Hey everyone, Vintage Vinny here, and welcome to another haul video. Today I'm going to be sharing everything that I picked up at Sophia's Thrift Store in Stevens City, Virginia. So after my trip to Applejack's and Precious Treasures, aka the flea market, I like to head down to Stevens City to go to Main Street Classics as well as to the place called Sophia's Thrift. It's basically like Applejack's and the flea market, where people bring in stuff and they have separate slots or spaces in the store with their inventory. I want to say I spent quite a bit on this stuff, but there were some things that were definitely worth picking up. Some things were just a mystery or were, something I'd never seen before, so I thought I would give it a try. And some things are for me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out, shall we? So I do love the Bath & Body Works wall pockets. I think they're wallflowers. Some of them can be quite collectible if you pick them up for a reasonable price. There is a vendor there that has a few, and they ask $5 each on them, which is pretty good. These retail in the store depending on what they are. Like these ones, for example, with a really cool design on them, like this octopus with the pearls, can retail for upwards of, I think, $25 to $30. And I know that because I bought a few that I really, really liked. But I bought that one. I've got quite a few of the coastal ones. If I like them and I can find them secondhand or get them for a good deal at the Bath & Body Works store, I'm all in. Then I have found this bottle of Cool Ocean perfume. I think I bought this on chance because I didn't know who made it. There's still, quite a bit in there. I mean, it's probably not as full as it could be, but at least the ball part is full. So that's going to require a little bit more research. And yeah, I do have quite a bit of listing to do. When you guys see this, crossing my fingers if I have it up by midnight, Monday is my last day home before I go to Lynchburg for the week. And I have a few things that I want to do here before I leave, and getting the stuff that's listed necessary from the haul videos from last week and into this week are going to be one of my priorities. So we will see what happens there. Anywho, I did also manage to get my hands on I forget the name. Is this Modern Tone? I think this is Hazel Atlas's Modern Tone. I have a creamer, but I had a sugar bowl, but no creamer to go with it. So I was able to find one. I was thrilled because I had been looking for one to go with it so I could sell it. And speaking of creamers, this is another piece I've actually had my eye on. I've been looking for. This is Indiana Glass's Tea Room. I have a sugar bowl, but no creamer. Now, I did pay up for it at $12, so that means I will be into the set, the creamer and the sugar together for $15. And I have a platter to go with it. And I am just fine with that because I couldn't for the life of me find that. And like I said, I did pay up for some things because I found some stuff that was worth putting on eBay. So paying up a little bit for something here or there, if you have items to sell, is perfectly fine. At least to me it is anyway. Another item that I couldn't find anything on is this Winter Fresh coffee mug. Now, coffee mugs are really hit or miss. They just don't command a lot of money. Not all of them, but some of them out there are worth some pretty good dinero. If you can find some Starbucks ones or things like that. But this is a Winter Fresh mug, probably from the early 90s. Wrigley's Winter Fresh. No maker's mark on it and nothing else, but that was a shot in the dark. But, sometimes if you see something that you've never seen before and it's a good price, you pick it up because you could learn something. Now, this is a tumbler. Now, whether or not this will be worth anything, I have no idea. I had something else that was similar to this, but unfortunately, the piece that I had was really severely damaged. This piece does not look to be that, and it's probably, I forget the name of it, but I have had this piece before in something else, but good price, and it's just a cool piece of old glass. Probably EAPG, I just can't think of a pattern name or anything. This really surprised me. This shot glass here, actually it's more of just a drinking tumbler. This is it looks like a shotgun shell, and it's called the Big Shot. I think it's supposed to be a shot glass. But very, very interesting. I had never seen anything quite like it. And when I looked it up, it was actually going for some pretty good money. So I definitely picked that up for $5. Now, I really liked this because it reminded me a lot of Mary Gregory, just that painting style and things. And it's on a lattice cut plate, definitely just for hanging on the wall. But turns out this is actually, or was actually made by Westmoreland. And I got it for a really good deal. I actually have a piece of Mary Gregory. It's a decanter, and it's in green. But I thought somebody would really love to have this to put out at wintertime because this little boy, or this boy, is skating. And I thought somebody would like to have that for the winter decor. Maybe you could put it out at fall because of the black glass. And then I spotted this, and I really liked it. I think it's Hazel Atlas. It's a water bottle, or like a water jug for a fridge. And it's that crisscross pattern. There's no maker's mark on the bottom, but judging by that style pattern, that definitely reminds me of something that Hazel Atlas made back in the 30s, I think. 30s and 40s. Now, this is another interesting item that I picked up that I really liked. This is a Sunoco Sun made of foam, and it says, you are my sunshine? No, it just says Sunoco. The vendor's tag said, you are my sunshine. They charged $1 for it. So some of these little promotional items that were given out by petroleum companies to promote their product can do really well. This one's in really good shape, no rips or tears, or it's not that dirty at all. I almost want to say that it went on the top of your antenna because there is a hole right there. But I think it could also be hung on your rear view mirror. But I liked it because of the bright sun, and I was really itching for spring at the time. So when I saw that, I was like, that's really cool. And then when I saw Sunoco on the back of it, I said, you know what, let me just take it and do a little bit of research. And I think it's got a little bit of worth to it. It's been a while since I've had this stuff, I think since January. So it's been sitting. So I hadn't really had the chance to really look it up. Again, I have a love of the old ashtrays with famous names on it, like this Holiday Inn one. Holiday Inn stuff, it can be very common, but it's really cool to collect, especially with that old school sign. So I did pick that up for $5. I don't know if I have one of those already, but I took a chance on that one for the $5, because if I don't have it, of course I'm going to add it to my little collection. Now this piece is really interesting. This is very new. This is from 2023. This is a Beavis and Butthead ceramic jar. Never been used. Beavis and Butthead was made and designed by the same gentleman who made the show King of the Hill. The guy's name was Mike Judge. And this was a few years before King of the Hill started. I think Beavis and Butthead ran from 93 to 96. And then I think King of the Hill was 96 to the early 2000s. But I was pleasantly surprised to see that this had a little bit of value to it. Like I said, I am planning on doing a bit of listing on the day before I'm supposed to leave. So today, because you're seeing this at midnight, So I'm probably going to do a little bit of the listing for the items that I purchased from this haul and the haul before that. So keep your eyes peeled for the perfumes and the mugs and all that other mumbo jumbo in my eBay store. The eBay store is set to go on vacation mode starting tomorrow or whenever it hits midnight on the West Coast. So if you purchase anything from my eBay store today, Monday, I can have it shipped out before I leave on Tuesday. Now this was an interesting piece of, I think it's crystal maybe? It's got butterflies on it. And it was a really good deal at only $5. I cannot remember for the life of me who made this, but it's definitely got some weight to it. And it is a beauty. So I definitely picked that up. Now this I actually forgot to share with you all. I got this at the flea market, which is right down the road from Precious Treasures. Or from Applejack's, I'm sorry. This is a watercolors paint box. Very, very cool. Now, this guy originally did have this for $30, but then he marked it down to $20. I think it was 30 and half off, and then he marked it down to 20 and then half off. So this booth was actually running a sale of everything. It was $5 for anything in the booth. So when I saw that, I grabbed the heart-shaped box with the girl and that on that same day. So that was awesome. And I think the only other item I want to share with you all from this trip to this place called Sophia's Thrift is this bowl here. Now I've spent $2.50 on it, and something about it just screamed quality to me. Like, you know how you pick up a piece of Blanco glass or any other, like, very well-known glass company name, Blanco. You get what I'm saying. And it feels like quality. Well, that's what this piece felt to me. And I noticed that it has this sticker on it, and it says what I believe to be, it says Scruff Sweden, S-K-R-U-F, and I'm sure that's probably not how they say it over there. Maybe it's Scroof. But I knew that this definitely had to have something or some kind of value to it because that just feels like good quality glass. So those were my finds from Sophia's Thrift, located in Stephens City, Virginia, if you ever go out that way. Let me know down below in the comments section, what were your favorite items? And make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Be sure and hit the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to get notified when videos go up or when I go live on Saturdays for my YouTube live sales. Be sure and check out my eBay store. Some of these items will be available for grabs, hopefully by tomorrow. I'm hoping to make that one of my chores for the day before I leave for Virginia. So I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.